The expectation of this team coming in, there's, like I said, touch Johnny, a lot of rumbling, it's like a lot of good things to expect this year.
Well, I think we're probably a more skilled team than we've been in any of the years prior. I think the key to that is how are they all going to play together, because there is, I think it's 18 or 19 new guys on the roster and several freshmen that we hope to be able to bring along slowly and get them opportunity, maybe protect them a little bit. But all in all, like Johnny had said, this team's got great chemistry. They really have meshed well, considering you got guys from different colleges transferring in, you've got freshmen transferring in. But I think all in all, they're very competitive, they're very disciplined, and they're focused on what they want to try to accomplish. Now, getting out and playing is a whole new thing, and especially when you have that many guys playing their first Division I ball game ever coming this weekend. You're not exactly sure what to expect, but I think the effort will be great, and for the most part, I think we'll be able to hold our own with pretty much everybody on the schedule.
What are the biggest question marks, maybe a position, something in general?
Well, I feel pretty confident with everything. I think we've always been a good defensive team here. I feel pretty confident that we'll do that again. A good portion of our infield is back, and then the addition of Billy Salem coming from Akron, very solid infielder. Johnny is one of the best catch and throw guys in the league, and replacing Frank Califano is going to be tough in center field, but we are more athletic in the outfield than we've ever been. So I think that part's going to take care of itself. The pitching aspect of things may be a little bit of a question mark just in the experience of it. With 4 or 5 freshmen that we think will get the ball on several occasions, you're not sure what you get with those guys first couple of times out, and would, like I said, we'll try to bring them along slow. But the depth on the pitching from a stuff and from a quality standpoint is really good. How it all takes place on game day, that may be the question mark. Offensively, again, very athletic, a little more power. Not that it'll be a lot of home runs, but it should be some ability to drive the ball and get some extra bases, and hopefully that turns into run production. So that, I think, we'll maybe give up fewer, score a few more, and continue to play defense. And if you add that all together, that should mean more wins.
How much do you rely on somebody like Jeremy Quinlan returning for your starting rotation?
A lot. He and Joe King, a lot of starts in the last 2 years. Jeremy especially, started several and some big games as a freshman. So those guys will help maybe take some of that pressure off those freshman arms. But we got Kevin Yerbenik back at the back end of the bullpen. We're at a position now, at a shortstop position that we can use Shane on the mound. So we're just adding to the bullpen there. But to be able to anchor it with Joe and Jeremy, that ought to be 2 starts on the weekend that we can get deep into the game. And then I think that makes a big difference as far as keeping guys fresh, keeping guys, able to get out there often from the bullpen standpoint and having those roles set.
Before the winter weather hit, how much were you guys able to get out, and how much is that going to help you?
Well, it was 3 or 4 times that we got out, and we threw long, we took fly balls, we took ground balls out on the football stadium turf, and I think that's a plus in that maybe broke the monotony of 20 below and being in the Watts. I don't know how that will play into, is that going to make us better when we open the season? I don't know. It can't hurt, because that's 3 or 4 more times than, combined of any other year that I've been here. So it can't hurt.
Pretty excited for that Fresno trip.
Yeah, that'll be fun. One of the things we wanted to do is give guys an opportunity to get somewhere that maybe they wouldn't normally have a chance to get to, or make the experience of playing for YSU something that they'll remember. That is a team that was the 2009 national champion, so it'll be a good test. It ought to be a good crowd. Put them on that stage to compete in that kind of atmosphere. I think that's a plus, because it ought to be 4,000 or 5,000 people that they normally draw out there.
Also, you quite a few top marks.
Yeah, we do. I think there's 9 on the roster. I think that's right. So, and it's a place that we will continue to recruit from, and so we wanted to put our team in front of some people out there and get the name out there, and we'll see what happens. But it hopefully is not a weekend that gets snowed out.
How much of a plus, I know you got 2 guys from Akron, and after what they went through with their program, how much are they going to add to this team?
Well, it's a great experience factor when we talk. Even though they're new to our program, they fit in like they've been here forever. And when we have that many new faces and freshmen, both those guys have 100 or so games played at the college level, so that helps a great deal. And they have been on those same stages playing, the Notre Dames and talking to them about some of the people they've played. So I think they bring a lot. I think they'll both initially, be in the lineup somewhere in the middle of the order, which kind of deepens our lineup. Makes it tougher. We ought to, the experience factor, the guys that have returned from being in the regional 2 years ago, they're now juniors, along with Billy and Jared coming in. I think we have a chance to run pitch counts up and put a lot of quality at bats together. So I think they really do add a component to us that we probably needed.